Hi everyone, I'm back with our new favorite guest. She's already laughing at me. My mom, Charlene Apigian.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Charlie.
You're doing all right. So
Yeah.
the reason we are back with you is because, as you all know, she's going through this nice adventure of learning technology, and she said, "Hey, I want to try that ChatGPT." So we decided to give it a try today. Right. So what I'm going to do, Mom, is do this so that we can show this to other people, and so when they want to, some of your friends or people kind of in your similar boat will have a way to do it in a trusted way, and we want to make sure that we get that through. So first of all, if you see now on my screen, this is my account for ChatGPT. Now, we won't get into what is ChatGPT except for a couple of things that I want to cover. The first is ChatGPT is a tool that is from a company called OpenAI, and here's their website, okay? So what I want to first do is explain what is ChatGPT, and then I'm going to tell you some of the nuances between that.
Okay.
So have you heard anything called a large language model? Have you heard that term yet?
Never.
Okay. So you've heard ChatGPT. Do you know what GPT stands for?
No, you never told me.
Oh, well, that's because we wanted to do it right now. And so what it is generative pre-trained transformer. Generative means generate.
Okay. All right.
So let me show you this. This is basically the three components that make up what we're about ready to set up. So just to show you, if you know a car needs fuel, it needs an engine, and then it needs, obviously, the vessel itself to get you to go to where you want to go, right?
Yep.
In terms of generative AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT is just the tool that uses the engine. And so we're going to talk about something called generative pre-trained transformers, which is GPT.
Okay.
3.5 and also GPT-4. We're going to talk about both kinds. There's two different ones, but ChatGPT is the same thing. So we're both going to have a ChatGPT account.
Okay.
But I use GPT-4, and we're going to set you up on 3.5, which is basically a little bit of the older version, but it's free. And it's more than what you need. Now, where does all that data come from that helps you generate?
Holy man.
So there's this thing out there, and I'm pointing to my screen, that's the fuel. That's the data.
Okay.
Mainly that's the internet. So
The entire internet.
OpenAI went out and scraped everything that's publicly available, which is pretty much the internet.
Yeah.
And that's what, when you hear large language model, it is made up of the fuel and the engine. So you have to have all this data, and then you have to train on it, and that's what creates a large language model.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Very cool.
And so it's all sitting there in this nice little package, and then ChatGPT allows you to ask the questions, and then the engine does the work and gives you, generates an answer. Generative AI. Okay? So to show you my account, this is what it looks like behind the scenes. Pretty basic. You see how I've got a 3.5 and a 4 up here. Okay, so when we set yours up, you're going to have the 3.5.
Okay.
The reason mine says 4 as well is, notice I've got ChatGPT Plus. Okay. Now, why would you need Plus or versus the regular version? Obviously, you're assuming there must be some better stuff in the 4.
Probably more in more detail, or a bigger area that they get their information from?
Actually, that's exactly what it is. Look at you.
Okay.
So the truth is, it actually is a bigger data set.
Okay.
It gets you a little bit better answers, but it's probably not going to be something that you would notice. Now, the other thing it does, I should say this, is it has the ability to do data analysis. Okay.
Oh.
Now, for me, that's amazing. It writes code for me.
Yeah.
It literally does all the really cool stuff. The second thing it has is, see how it's got these plugins?
Yeah.
That means I or anybody else can make a little widget and allows you to do additional stuff with ChatGPT. Widget, yes. Widget is a fancy term for anything. But I'll show you. So I'm going to click on plugin for a second. You see how it's now changed this little icon? I know it's small to see, but it says AI PDF. That means I can upload a PDF and it will give me a summary.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? And then there's all of these other plugins now that are out there. So the plugins, if that's something that you can start to use, is great. But if you want ChatGPT just so that you can ask it questions, then GPT-4 is way more than you need.
Yeah, okay.
Or ChatGPT Plus. Okay, so we're going to go over to the OpenAI website. So if you see up here, it's openai.com. I went straight there. And then I'm going to click on ChatGPT, which is in the top, and click on Try ChatGPT.
Okay.
Now, at this point, we just go ahead and sign up. And so that's what we're going to do for you. Are you good with that?
Okay.
All right, she's got a couple of prompts. I made her give her ones that we would actually know what she was talking about. And maybe we'll even do, we'll ask about a person, and maybe we'll do a recipe. And you haven't told me what your, what type of recipe. Oh, yeah, you did. You did. That's right.
Yes,
okay,
I
so I do know. All right, so I clicked on that, obviously, for this, and we need to put in an email. Go ahead and do that. Hit continue. And we have to generate you a password. And of course, at this point, folks, we're going to be cutting this part out. But we are going
to write it for you.
We are going to let her write it for me, but I'm going to cut that part out anyway. Okay, now we're back, and obviously we had to go in, add a password, and the minute it does that for you, the next thing it does is it goes to verify your email. And so we logged in to my mom's email, and you can see that here. We go ahead and click on verify email. So we've had to put in an email address and a password that we will be using. And I clicked on verify. So now we're going to go ahead and put in your name. And we do not want anybody to know your birthday. Don't worry.
Care.
Oh, she doesn't care. 01
05
1944.
Yep.
You're so young, I tell you. And with it and all the other
thank
good
God.
stuff. Yes. Yeah. All right. And we'll go ahead and.
That's yours.
Oh, yep, I do that all the time.
I know it. Why you do that? Which one do you want? Okay.
Got her phone number in there. Now check your phone. You should get a nice little thing. So we've had to verify our email. Oh, there you go. And we've got that. So make sure that you have your email open. You have your phone next to you. And look at this. We've got ourselves an account. Now, do you see on the bottom left, you're seeing how it says upgrade to plus. Again, we don't need that.
Want to do that.
But I do want to show you just your settings. Let's take a look at those. And you've got custom instructions. Custom instructions are if you want the answers to be in a certain way. So you could feed it your work that you have done, and it will try to give you summaries more in your style, which is kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Or you could say, always do it as an Italian from Rome, and
Palermo,
there you go, or something like that, which I would say probably don't. Now here, you see when I went into settings, it gives you the ability to set the system theme. Theme means a color. So if I set that to light, you can see how it changes it to light. So that's all that means. System means whatever your computer set up, it'll do that. If you, once you get going, if you ever want to clear all of your chats, which are going to be things that are listed on the left side, you just come in here and click clear. And then data controls. These are things that it doesn't give you a lot, but right now, if you do not want to save the chats in the browser, then you just deselect this.
Oh, okay.
If you're just doing things like, again, summaries
looking up
of
stuff,
things,
yeah.
it's, you're helping the algorithm get better, is what that is. If you would rather not, if you're starting to put in personal information, I would come in here and at least unselect that. But then again, don't put personal information into ChatGPT.
Yeah, why would you?
You
You want to find stuff from that. You don't want
That's
to give
right.
them any information.
And it looks like ChatGPT is telling you, congrats, you are now in there. So at this point, it's done. Now just realize, see, I've got that little lock button up here. It does not allow me to use that one because it wants me to upgrade. But all you have to do is come down here and send a message. Do you want to do it yourself, or you want me to do it for you?
What kind of a message?
Your
who?
prompt. So when we say prompt, what we mean is we're putting in text to be able to get a response back.
Oh,
So a
okay.
prompt is,
Like, please look up.
sure. Do you want to start with please?
Yeah.
If you're nicer to it, I think it does give you better results.
Yeah.
It's
not a
it's a
person.
debate. We're not sure if that's true or not. Okay, so please, we've already got one written. We're going to look up Genghis Khan.
Please look up. You have.
Please look up. I don't have to be that. I can be forceful, like give me. I can do that too. Look up Genghis Khan. Okay, we'll do that. Did I spell it right?
I don't know. Looks pretty
I
good.
I think it might be.
I don't think you need the
KH.
age, do you?
I think it'll know what I mean. Genghis Khan, and give me a
Summary?
100 words. So you can get
Oh,
as
100
specific as you want, 100 word summary. That way, otherwise, it would be something nice and long. All right, see how it's coming in there? There's 100 words, and it gave me that. So if I just want to know something really quick, and if I want to, now here's the thing that is really interesting. See how it's there?
Yep.
I'm inside this. It has memory. So if I don't like it, I can say, give me another one, or I could even say, what else? And it will understand that it wants you to give it more information. And so it
I
goes
want
in.
it to give me
That's
more
right.
information.
So now, folks, my mom, as you know, is a really big deal. And she has a website called Remarkable Armenians. And she wanted to use this as her starting point to look up new people.
And see a different perspective,
Right. And so if that's the case, she can do this and say, what about his business career? And it will give you stuff just on their business career.
Okay.
What wars did he win? I don't know. Did they have wars back then? Numerous wars and military. So it starts to give you
Whoa.
those
1, 2, 3, 4.
specifically. If we asked about how many children did he have, there'd probably be a list of
It's like-
about 50,000. We know that
He was busy.
he was. There you go. And that's one example. Now we can start a new chat. I would start a new chat. If I keep typing in here, it's the same chat. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So if I said, you know what, now I want to do a recipe. Well, if I do it, it's going to get a little bit confused. It's like, do you want a Genghis Khan sloppy Joe recipe? So we want to go click on new
You
chat.
have to have goat meat.
There you go. And you said you are going to have people over, and you were thinking
It's
that
been a
sloppy
long
Joes.
time since I made sloppy
She
joes.
has not made sloppy joes. So
Yes.
sloppy joes. We'll start with please provide a sloppy Joe recipe. And you don't have to worry about, by the way,
For 12
capitalization.
people. For 12
12 people. Oh, I like it. And certainly. So it gave you
Wow.
literally the amount of everything that you need. And I think what you just did was great, by the way. You said the number of people.
Oh, yeah.
So therefore, it made all of the ingredients exactly what you needed. And I think that's
3 pounds of ground
fantastic.
beef would be way too much for 4 people.
I would think so.
I would think so, too.
And now if you said, how about with turkey meat? Well,
Okay.
I'm just fine here.
I guess anything's possible, yeah.
And now it'll, again, remember what we just said certainly. And it just literally changed it to turkey meat, right?
Okay.
Make it spicy. Let's see what it adds.
That said 1 teaspoon.
Well, here we
chili
go.
powder.
So it said 1 teaspoon of
Chili powder. It's still that.
We've got to have something in here that's got to be spicy, right?
Is it cayenne?
There's the cayenne. So it added and adjusts to taste. So that's all it really did. Now, hey, it's not going to give you Wolfgang Puck's Sloppy Joe recipe.
I
but it
probably
will-
wouldn't like his.
Well,
anyway.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, what it is doing, if you think about this, it's going out to its data set. Remember, we've got this data. The data is based on the internet. So anything that's been put on the internet that's a Sloppy Joe recipe, it's looking at all of them and it's giving you its best general one in that case. So that's why the prompting will help it. So again, you're using ChatGPT. The prompting is what's generating the response back from the data, and it's then coming back to ChatGPT as a summary or the text.
Son of a gun.
And that's how it all works.
Wow.
So what we are able to do, again, is sign up my mom to ChatGPT. And again, we did it for the basic plan. That is free. If you sign up for Plus, you are going to spend $20 a month right now.
Yeah, right
That's
now.
the cost.
I don't have that much time to write stuff to.
No, and to be honest, I don't know if
Not yet.
I would use it, except I use that advanced data analysis.
Well, yeah.
And
yeah.
because that's stuff I do, and I've got a couple of things.
Right.
Something that you can do, just so you know, is if I'm going to go out to the internet here and just go to ESPN.com. And today there are football games. So we'll go to,
Where's the lines?
just trying to look for anything that's news. There we go. Oh, they beat my Detroit Lions today. So I'm going to take some text. And I'm going to go back to this one and start a new chat. Give me a 30-word summary for the following text. And I put it in, and it's looking at the text, and it's now giving me that 30, and it's basically just giving me, because I didn't ask for much, but yes, it was the Lions game. There was a intentional grounding call. It wasn't a dispute. It was definitely a grounding.
That's because you were watching.
But you can do that. Now, what you can't do is put an entire book in. There's only a limit, and it's about 4,000 words. But you can put in your own text. You can put your writing in there and say, clean it up.
Actually, myself and 2 of my friends from the Daughters of Vartan are going to start doing displays in libraries again. Instead of just a generic thing of, oh, look, this is where Armenia is on the map and so on and so forth and all that. One of them, Gloria, said to me, well, she was going to write a little blurb to put in a newsletter at that library. And she says, what's our theme? And I thought, oh my God, what a great idea, theme. So what we came up with is Armenians, oh my God.
In the arts.
In the arts, yeah. But so you've got everybody from poets and writers, then singers, dancers, directors, actors, who knows, whatever else I can come up with. And like she said in her little blurb, and you're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want it for. And also, I have these things written about, a lot of them.
Yeah.
I can put that in there and say, summarize this in 100 words or less,
That's right.
or 50 words, whatever. Because I want to have a book, for instance, of poetry, and the person's picture, and this short thing that somebody, oh, that's interesting, and go to the next one. You don't want to stand there for a minute and read.
Right.
You want to get on to the next one.
And so what you can think of is, in that case, there's your 2 friends and you are doing this. Think of it now, you have a 4th person helping you. And it just so happens it's artificial. And you can literally give it your work and say, give me a summary, or you can just say, give me a summary, either case.
Either way.
Now, I just wanted to show you, I went back to my Sloppy Joe recipe.
Yeah.
It's still saved. So as long as it's on the left side of your screen, you can go back to it at any time. I can go back to my dispute Lions thing as well. The Lions did not lose today. They were cheated, because that's what happened. That's what always happens with the Detroit Lions. You know how that is. But
Yeah.
anyways, so
But
what do you think?
They played a great game
That's
anyway.
right.
They were wonderful. I think this is going to help me.
Good.
Because I tend to get wordy and I get lost in it and then I don't know what to do with it. And it's better if I have something or someone who is doesn't really care how my feelings are or anything else. Just here's an idea.
And the
Try
next
this.
time you have that, it'll be chat.openai.com. And that's how you get to it. You've got a username and password now, and you now have a new person helping you with your writing.
I better write this down because I don't know.
Well,
So chat.openai, right?
.com. And with that, folks, we now have shown
Wait a
you.
minute. I got to see something. Okay.
I'm still on video.
I don't care. Hey, I'm almost 80,
Hey,
That's
we
the way
know
it
that
is.
now. We saw the
You
birthday.
saw the birthday, yeah. It's
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for showing all of the wonderful people how to do this, and I think they'll all be eager to know how you're using this in a little bit. So we'll have to come back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Anytime.
Thanks, everybody. Hopefully, this helps jumpstart you in how you use ChatGPT. She's so cute.